You are listening to the Yeah, I Said It podcast with Humvee, Ilran, and DJ the DJ.
I remember asking you a goddamn thing.
Yeah, I said it.
Rodney King should have got a head beat for driving drugs and being thrown in a Hyundai.
Yeah, I said it.
Two, OJ did it.
Yeah, I said it.
And three, Rosa Parks ain't do nothing but sit up like everything.
Yeah, I said it. That's another thing.
Have something you want to say? Drop us a line at 601-641-9474.
Yeah, and we're back. The Yeah, I Said It podcast. Ilran is back.
And DJ the DJ, what up, though?
Yeah, we're back in the building.
Sure.
Minus one. You know, Humvee got some family things going on, and we're going to cover for him.
Yeah. Shout out and prayers to Humvee and fam.
Yeah, we're a week behind. Had a little vacation.
Yeah.
You know, had to get out there and do some things.
Yeah. Tell us about it.
So, last spring break, I decided me and my wife should go on a little trip to Austin, Texas. They got the best barbecue spots, which we never ate any barbecue.
Mm-hmm. Allegedly.
And what was the other thing? There was something else that we went to see. And then I expected to go see some live music, post up in a few spots. She started looking up some stuff and had something else in mind.
Yeah.
She wanted to go jump in the creek.
Yeah?
I said, cool, I'm down for it. So we went out there, explored a few spots, man, and found some nice swimming holes that are pretty popular. So we did that this time, but we brought the kids.
Yeah.
Jacob's Well. You go out here to this spot, man. You walk for about 10 minutes through a couple of trails. Then you start seeing some water. Then you start seeing a bunch of people. You get out there, it's a big hole in the ground with a bunch of fresh, clean, clear water coming out of it. And we jumped in.
How was it?
It was cold. But other than just being cold, man, it's a good time.
Yeah.
It's fun. You can't go out there thinking that you just gonna be cool and hang out like you at the pool on top of the hotel or something like that. Nah, it ain't that type of spot. You got to go out there and be ready to fall down a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, walking around, jumping off of rocks.
This ain't for posting up.
Nah. You got to be ready to have some fun.
Yeah. I saw it, man. It looks like a good time watching the video that you shot. Like you said, crystal clear water. It goes down, you said 22 feet?
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, straight down, 22 feet.
I mean, it looked amazing. That's something we're going to have to look into. So we get all the DJs on board to go to Jacob's Well.
Yeah, man, we did that. Then we went to the Blue Hole.
Okay.
Which is like literally jumping in a creek. You really just go out there, and it's a little small park. It's a small part of another state park. There's a lot of state parks in the area just outside of Austin. So we go to that thing, man, and there's people everywhere. They out there laying out on blankets on it looks like a beach setup,
right? But
it's just grass, and then there's this river running through it, this creek running through it. And they got rope swings hanging off the trees.
Oh, man, that sounds like fun.
Oh, man, it is.
Yeah, and it's called a Blue Hole?
The Blue Hole.
Jacob's Well and the Blue Hole.
Yep.
Yeah. And y'all were down there celebrating something?
Yeah, man, my anniversary.
Yeah.
My anniversary.
Yeah. Congratulations.
Yeah.
It's a lot of years.
It is. 13.
Yeah.
We made it. Thus far.
Feel like, nigga, we made it. That's what's up, man. Down there celebrating the anniversary with the family, though. That's a nice twist, but I like it.
Yeah. You know, it wasn't about having no romantic night. It was like, you know, we got time to go do something.
Yeah.
And we're going to go do something memorable with everybody.
Right.
Which is right up my alley.
Yeah.
You know,
I like how they really
I don't do the romance thing too well. I'm not good at it, man. It's like, the shit just seems awkward when I do shit.
Yeah. It feels awkward to everybody.
Well,
It's
some
just an
people-
awkwardness that you
people
just have to
like
overcome.
having that awkwardness or something. Just like doing it. I don't like it.
That's funny, man. Hey, look, we gonna set you up on the ill ran romantic date.
Oh shit.
Yeah, for you and the wife ski. Yeah,
Well, see, what you got to understand is my wife doesn't always like. She's not the real girly, happy for roses, and she's like that sometimes,
right.
but not generally. That's why we went and jumped in the creek.
Yeah. Hey, if it worked for her, that's all that matters. That's what counts. Everybody else's opinion don't even matter in this mix.
Yeah, she wants to do some other stuff, go to some nice restaurants and all that, man, which I dread
Why?
because I'm not impressed by scenery in a restaurant and expensive ass plates of food.
I am if it tastes good. That's all that counts.
Yeah, but
If it tastes good,
I feel like you don't have to do all that to get good food.
depends. Certain things you're not gonna get. Like a lot of places don't serve lobster mac and cheese.
Yeah, but a food truck sells these lobster mac and cheese balls, and that shit was off the chain. I got it from a food truck. That shit was good, dog.
I don't know. I haven't Where you,
You
find
get
these
lobster
food
mac and
trucks?
cheese on a food truck for $7.
Where you find these food trucks?
Actually, there's an app because they're usually like in the Midtown area.
Yeah,
But I just happened to see that there was a food truck convention.
like a food truck park.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was just set up for that. It's not like they're always there. And man, we went through there and hit up a couple of food trucks.
So we can't even go and visit the lobster mac and cheese ball place.
Nah, you gotta. I don't remember the name of it. Nah, I did then, but you gotta check the food truck app.
Yeah, see, but the restaurant is always in the same spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Do I have to wear a coat?
no
Okay.
coats.
Can
No
I wear a
coats
t-shirt and
required.
jeans?
Absolutely.
Do I have to sit and wait on a waiter and give them 17%? What they call it?
Gratuity?
Gratuity.
No, it's not
Good,
the type
'cause
of spot.
you don't have to do that on a food truck.
Do you give them 17% anyway?
Nope.
Why not?
Nah, I don't really know. I don't check the percentage most of the time. Sometimes I do check,
Right.
but generally I see what I'm willing to give and do that.
Yeah. I try to tip 100%.
100%?
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
It's like if you go out and you enjoy yourself, you have a good time, then like the tip should be reflective of that. And I generally get great service.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can
So,
see it.
We go out, and it's funny because depending on who I go out with, then there's like a battle to who can tip the most, which is fun.
That's
It's
some
fun.
baller shit, man. That'd be balling on a budget.
Hey man, yeah,
Now, see, I didn't realize how important the tips were for a long time.
yeah.
I just didn't know. I was just thinking like, you get paid and then you get tips on top.
You thought they were
Because-
begging for money?
No, I just thought it was just custom. It was like one of those things that people just do. I didn't realize that because people do that, their actual pay rate is real low.
Yeah. When I used to work at Papa Dough, I think it was $2.15 per hour they were paid.
Yeah, that's crazy to me.
Yeah. I mean, it's a North American thing. It's not something that's global. We do everything our own way. Like, we
Yeah,
just like
yeah.
fuck all the
Ass
customs of the
backwards.
world. Yeah.
what
Everybody's
we
on the
do.
metric system. We'll do customary.
Yeah, we're
Like,
gonna make up our own system. We use inches and miles and shit.
it's more inaccurate, but fuck it. We're going to do it anyway.
Makes no sense.
Yeah. I forgot what comedian made a joke about it. He was like, America, you really got to catch up. Even the drug dealers went to the metric system. Like,
I think that was Trevor Noah. I think
Trevor, it
Trevor
would
Noah
yeah,
did
it
that.
sounded like him.
Yeah, because America's a strange place.
It is. Yeah, it's a
But
one-on-one.
being Americans, we're just used to how strange it is.
Yeah.
We're like, it never occurs to us how strange we are. It's like, why is everybody else doing something different?
Yeah, I think it's good to know both systems to know how to convert. Because if you go over there, like it's gonna tell you kilometers per hour. It's not gonna tell you miles. Like nothing's
Nope.
gonna be the way that you're accustomed to. No pun intended.
Yeah, so man, I mean, shit.
That's good. Y'all had some good family time, man.
Yeah.
What y'all? Who kept the dogs while y'all were gone?
The dogs kept the house,
Yeah, there it is.
but my brother came over and took them out and fed them. So
Yeah.
shout out to the Montoyas.
Yeah. And the irony of me asking about that is because when D. Montoyas went on his trip, he took his dogs with him, per his wife's request, though. And then they ended up having to pay the board
Yeah,
2 Great Danes, which I don't imagine was easy to find,
man.
nor was it cost effective.
I can't imagine how that would work out. and the main reason for that is because generally I've always had great dogs, like real mannerable dogs.
Right,
And I've also had female dogs.
Right.
Now these 2 boys I got right now,
yeah.
they are not as laid back and mannerable.
Have you taken them to get clipped?
I think somebody else mentioned that. No, I have not. I don't think I want to though. I mean, no.
You sure?
I don't know. That's just like, I don't know, man.
It was something I had to come to grips with because I initially wanted to only adopt a female dog because when you have a rescue, they're going to be spayed or neutered, like it's the law, right? And I wasn't comfortable adopting a male dog knowing they're going to cut his balls off. I thought that was just wrong.
I wonder if he's gonna dance around saying cutting your balls off.
No, not
There it
at
goes.
all.
There it
Not at
goes.
all. So I was like, damn, like I'm gonna meet him, and when I'm gonna meet him, he gonna have balls. And then when I decide I want to take him home, he not gonna have balls no more.
It's gonna be all your
It's gonna
fault.
be all right. And I was like, damn, that's messed up. So I was like, okay, if he stay here too long, they probably gonna euthanize him. And I bet he'd rather live without balls than to be dead with balls. So I said,
Yeah.
okay, we just gonna go ahead and,
All you have is your balls and your word.
now you just got my word because he ain't got no balls. Yeah, man. So Boss is fine without him. I mean, he's still pretty, active and spunky and rowdy and all of that. But as he's getting older, he is mellowing out, though.
But bro, can you imagine like the whole context of this conversation? Your dogs are too happy and active. Cut his balls off, and he'll calm down.
He'll calm down.
That's some bullshit.
It is. It really is. It's not. Yeah,
Golly,
it's a lot come with that. That's what it is. That's
I don't like that at all.
you know what women should get out of this conversation? Make sure your man is happy. Not.
That's cold, man.
He gonna be active. Hey man, it just is what it is.
You ain't cutting my balls off per your request.
Oh no, it's not happening.
Yeah, I gotta agree to that shit on my own, which I have not.
Yeah, I'm not gonna ever agree to that.
Now I know a few people who have though.
Oh no, but that's not cutting them off though.
Yeah, potato.
Nah, that's different. That can be reversed.
Can it?
Yeah, they have reversals. Yeah,
You have to go through that twice.
it's not so bad. Once you know exactly what it is, then it's not so.
Oh, man, I'm uncomfortable.
It's not.
The idea of anything going on down there,
Right.
I'm just not okay with it.
But again, once you understand what it is, then it's like, oh, okay.
Oh, well, let me be ignorant.
Yeah. I'm definitely not going to explain that on this podcast. We're not going to do that.
No, we're not.
Yeah.
601-641-9474. Can I say 4? You can call us and let us know what you think about Nah, don't call
Man
us with that one.
procedures.
Don't call us with that one, man.
Oh, you can send us an email at yeahisaiditpod@gmail.com. yeahisaiditpod@gmail.com. That's yeahisaiditpod@gmail.com. Hit us up.
And it works.
Yeah, it does.
Oh man.
Okay, on the subject of
Of cutting balls?
generally, the whole Usher having herpes thing, all right?
Oh.
But
yeah.
the people making the let it burn joke, like, it's not even funny because it's inaccurate. Like, nobody wasn't gonna say nothing about that.
Of course not, because it was too funny.
But it's only funny when it's truthful to me.
You're right.
Like,
You're
the
right.
things that are really funny,
Like you wouldn't be able to laugh at it knowing that you're laughing at the wrong thing.
right? It's
not
like,
even-
yeah, but that's not the one with
Yeah.
the bird. Like,
you made it.
right. So, I'm sure somebody noticed it, and I think most people didn't. They was like, "Oh, herpes, let it burn." It's like, no.
They probably didn't pay no mind to it. You know how people are, man.
Yeah.
The first thing popping in their mind, they not gonna go back and say, nah, that didn't work. No, it was still funny.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it was funny it wasn't funny to me because I was like, that don't go together. It don't match. And some people still lost. They listen to us say it, and they still have no clue what we're talking about.
Well, for you folks out there that don't know, herpes doesn't burn, it bumps.
Yeah.
And there you have it. 601-641-9474. Call the show and say something. Yeah, I said it.
Yeah. Are you familiar with the document? Are you seeing a lot of people on your timelines across the different social media platforms talking about going vegan?
Not really. Not a
Okay.
whole lot.
Because there's this documentary that came out, and these people are just all up in arms about what they saw in the documentary. And they're deciding to go vegan because of the documentary, and it's called What the Health.
I believe I have seen the documentary. I just haven't seen people responding to it.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of responses to it. And
Is that the one where they talking about the chickens and cows having feelings and memories and thoughts or some shit like that?
this is the one telling you that diabetes don't come from sugar.
Diabetes. I can't hold that one ever, dog. Diabetes.
Something wrong with you, man. So, are you familiar with that one?
No.
What the hell? Yeah. So yeah, man, it's a
Diabetes.
I ain't gonna never be able to make my point. But it's full of information and misinformation. And I mean, people are really gullible. And I've explained this on this podcast before about how manipulation works, about how they get you to buy into something. They'll tell you something that you're very knowledgeable of, and it makes sense. You've heard it, you recognize it. Then the next thing they'll tell you is something that you've heard of, but you're not so knowledgeable of, right? And then the third thing they do is tell you something that you don't know about. That's loosely based or loosely linked between the first two things.
Right.
And that's how they sell you on whatever point it is that they make. So
Yeah.
they were out there telling these people that,
Get the impression that you're connecting the dots.
right. And it's like, that's not what they're doing. They are definitely swindling you. So I see a lot of people reacting to it. And again, if you want to go vegan, man, go out there and, live your life to the fullest. But one of my
But you're
favorite
missing
memes
out.
says you can eat right, you can exercise every day, and you still gonna die. Facts. Like,
Facts.
super facts. Like, so
Eat your way out of death.
right. And then my whole issue with anybody who believes things like that is this fine. Why you gotta be so damn pushy though? That's my issue. I have a problem with
Yeah.
people being so forceful with their beliefs.
Yeah, that always
Yeah.
stops me from even listening because you feel if you can't even have a conversation without trying to make sure you drive this point across, like you're trying to convert somebody.
Right.
It's like I don't even care to have that conversation with you. Like we can't even talk about it.
Yeah.
So that's always been an issue of mine with anybody. Like when I started seeing a whole lot of this a while back when Obama, President Barack Obama, when he got into office, and there were some people who started jumping on this whole thing about, you know, his background not being pure driven, like him being members of certain secret societies and all this stuff, and he's a part of this and part of that. It's like, why are you even doing that?
Yep.
Like what all of a sudden, because the few people that I saw going out of their way to make that point didn't say nothing about Bush or Bush.
Right.
So I'm like, what are you really doing here? Why are you making it a point to say something negative, and not just say something negative, but to try to prove to me,
right, drive that point home,
that it's some extra shit going on with that. Like, bruh, first of all, I already know this. That's why I said whatever I said.
Right.
But you know that's one of those things, man. That, like, you need attention or something. Like, and that's the first piece of knowledge you ever got, and you that excited about it.
Man, attention is the new currency for a lot of people, man. And my wife and I floated a theory that people who do stuff like that for social media, they don't have friends.
Oh.
Like, what happens a lot of times is when you think of something, it could be funny or crazy or corny or kooky or whatever, you'll just discuss it with the people who are in close proximity to you. So if you and your wife can communicate about the corny thoughts y'all have, then you'll just tell her. Or you'll call somebody, and you're like, hey, man, such and such. Y'all go through it, y'all talk it out, laugh at it, and then that's it. Well, the people who don't have that outlet, they have to put everything online. Everything has to go up.
Right.
Every thought that's not, like, again, the Let It Burn Usher thing. They had the thought, didn't think it through, and just put it out there. And it worked, because most people aren't but so knowledgeable. So it's like, ha. He had a song called Let It Burn. He's burning. It's
you know
funny.
what? You know what's even more funny?
What?
There's probably a group of people out there that knew exactly where the flaw was from personal experience, but didn't want to say anything. So
they didn't want to say how they knew. I know for a fact
they're not gonna shoot that joke down because they don't want nobody raising questions.
Too much attention.
Like, man, that ain't the way it works. See, when I had it, I mean, what I heard.
Yeah, there it is.
That's funny. It's funny to me.
What? The Let It Burn?
No, just the idea that there's people out there.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
That wouldn't correct them.
Oh, yeah, on both sides. There's people who had chlamydia who knew. It was like, but, let's let it be what it is.
Razor bumps.
It's not an outbreak.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Shout out to Usher for still going raw.
Yeah. And what about your boy, Bobby Valentino?
What happened with him?
He allegedly was caught with a transgender.
Oh, man, that shit ain't even news no more.
He's caught with a but I think that they were...
Did he know?
I think so. I think he knew, and he was supposed to pay this person, and then he didn't pay them, and so then they started recording. But to my knowledge, they had already taken pictures with him, which were fine, because he was thinking everything's gonna be, he gonna get off on, hey, I'm Bobby V, and it ain't work. So,
oh man, he put old Eddie Murphy, huh?
Yeah.
Man, these guys, dog. I remember hearing the story from a rapper that had done some time in jail, saying that while he was in jail, there was some gay stuff going on, but these dudes were already gay. Like, they just used that situation to
Right.
make it seem like it was okay. Like they were already okay with it
Right.
and being locked up. Like if you not gonna do that,
Right.
and I mean you feel you feel strongly about that,
Right.
then being locked up doesn't change that.
Yeah, you can't be situationally gay.
Right.
Like, yeah, because I'm locked up, I'm okay with. Like, nah, that's not the way that works.
So
Not with something that's that detailed. Or, like, you might feel that way about food. You might feel like, hey, I don't eat pork. And you get hungry enough, you'll eat a slice of pepperoni
Yeah,
piece.
that's life or death though.
Yeah. Like, yeah.
That's a little bit different.
Yeah. Yeah.
But with these guys that's with these transgenders, I can see it as you're not quite confused about who you are, but there are stipulations to what you're holding on to as far as your beliefs. So you could be swayed.
Yeah.
Like I say, I'm a straight man. I truly believe that there's nothing you can do to me to make me go away from that
Right.
belief. I don't think everybody's that strongly opinionated when it comes to that. Like,
Yeah.
they'll say or act a certain way,
Yeah.
but for lack of better words, man, there's no good way to say this. If a cute enough dude,
If a cute enough dude.
if a cute enough dude gets at you the right way,
Yeah.
I get, man. I don't even.
Yeah.
Ain't no.
But like that's actually one of the things. It's LGBTQIA.
What the fuck?
Yes.
Why they keep adding letters to this shit?
Because they're more to figure out and find out. And the Q is for queer and questioning, though.
Yeah. Okay, I kind of get questioning though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why those people find themselves.
Oh, okay.
It's like,
so those
yeah.
are cues out there.
Yeah, they're more so questioning, like
Yeah.
because I mean,
About
again,
me, and it was like they don't really like men,
Right.
but if you're a man who looks like a woman, now I got to think about how I really see
Yeah.
the situation. Like it might not be that bad being with a dude because you get the best of both worlds.
I guess.
I'm trying to rationalize it. I know I can't agree with it, but I'm trying to see how somebody else could. Because, you know, it's still the same thing as like when you have a gay female who dresses and acts as if they were a man.
Right.
And then you have these girls that like them. Like, that's some strange shit.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck are you attracted to? You don't like men, but you like women who look like men, act like men.
Right. Sound like confusion to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. We gotta have a transgender guest.
QIA.
We'll see. Confused. Yeah.
What the hell is IA?
I think intersexual and asexual. I think.
Nigga, that's plants. You can't be.
But then, okay, so here's the thing. Okay, so
Nigga, you a fern? You a fern out here? These niggas got spores. That ain't how this shit works.
yeah, the irony in that is that is attributed to plant life, right? And then they'll have these ladies who are upset because you call them a female, like because anything can be a female.
Really?
That's what I said. I'm like, it's some bullshit.
Yeah, there's some specific things
Yeah,
that go
kids
into
are
being a
goats,
female.
but goddamn, everybody still say kid. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So, but yeah, the Q is so you got lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, questioning, intersexual, and asexual. I think.
That's way too much.
Yeah, there's gonna be some more letters added on.
That shit is gonna turn into a statement.
Right, it's gonna be a whole statement. Yeah, but I wouldn't mind having a transgender. I'm confused about it because at one
You're a Q too?
No, I'm not questioning shit, but I'm definitely confused. I'm definitely confused on how, like, at what point are you whatever you are? Like, are you a transgender if you have the sex change, or are you not a trans? Like, to me, you're just a cross dresser.
Yeah.
Like, and I mean, if that's that's how you get your rocks off, then go ahead, get your cross dress on. But like, so because somebody cross dresses, like, and again, what I hate is that when you ask the question and you put it out there, like, you automatically get the backlash, and you're homophobic, which is stupid. Like, I'm ignorant. Like, I don't understand. So I wouldn't mind having a lesbian girl who likes girls who look like boys on the show. I don't know how to say that one.
I'm trying to think if I know anybody I could call. Or, if you're listening to the show,
Yeah.
601-641-9474. And let us know what we don't know.
Right. Yeah, man. Put us up on game. Give us some information. Yeah, and this should be the LMNOP episode. Hey, yeah. I mean, so I don't want to, like, for instance, tranny is offensive, and I wasn't knowledgeable about that. To say tranny.
Tranny?
Yeah. I thought it was just short for transsexual or transgender. But evidently not.
You know what? It probably would have been okay if somebody of that particular
Community?
is that a community? If one of those type of people, hey man, this ain't gonna be very PT out here, man. PC.
Yeah.
PC shit.
Yeah, we trying. It's a lot of letters, so it's easy to get confused.
Yeah, I don't know. The gays.
The gay.
Hey man, we just playing. Are you gay? What it?
People.
No, I was trying to think of the letters again.
LGBTQIA.
Man, fuck that, man. No.
Yeah, man. They're lesbians, there's gays, they're bisexual, there's transsexual, queer, questioning, intersexual, and asexual.
We spend way too much time on this.
I'm just saying, man.
Well, what else was? Didn't we have some other? Okay, you said R. Kelly. Excuse me, I had to burp. R. Kelly did what?
But he hired a crisis team to try to help him figure out, how to spin this whole thing. The first thing they did was
like Olivia Pope in there.
There it is.
Oh shit!
The first thing they did was they pulled him off a tour. Cause you don't want to be in the public, and so we're just waiting for the next shoe to drop to see what he does. I think part of it is just like old school getting low, man. Like, you just get low, you just wait for some shit to kind of pass, and the people to catch on to the next story.
Right. Just get out the way.
Yeah.
That's that. I mean, shit. I didn't know that crisis team shit was like regular people could do that.
Oh no! If you got enough money, you can do
Well,
whatever.
I guess
you
he's
want
not
to.
regular people.
Correct. Yeah, this is Robert.
I'll piss on you. Piss on. I'll piss on you.
Yeah,
That's some funny shit.
that's classic right there.
Oh man.
Yeah, you got Usher need a crisis team. He definitely need a crisis team. Cause he get this shit worked out.
Oh golly.
There's all kind of stories coming out, man.
I don't. You know what would be bad though? If like whoever's saying that they caught the herpes,
Yeah.
they caught herpes from Usher, didn't actually catch it from Usher, but they found out that they could use it against him.
Like, wouldn't that be some bullshit?
Like they didn't have any outbreaks or nothing, and then it came out and he was like, now he got to pay hush money on somebody who already has some shit, but found out that he.
Right.
That's
some bullshit.
yeah. Anyway, shit. Fuck. Damn.
That was almost a song title by D'Angelo. Shit, damn motherfucker.
Don't sue me for whatever you call it when you say something.
Shout out to D'Angelo.
Man, I want to get into these album reviews, man. I know we're not gonna have an extra long show this week. We just wanted to make sure that we did have a show this week.
Yeah.
But
let's go with Robert album first.
ooh, how many we do? Oh, we got 4. Who the hell is Robert?
Robert Rameek.
Oh,
Yeah. His first name is Robert.
Mickey.
Yeah, Mickey Mouse.
Well, did you listen to it?
Yeah.
You didn't listen to Tiger though.
Didn't listen to Tiger.
Okay, well we'll skip short on Tiger.
So let's start with Tiger then.
Yeah, let's start with Tiger.
You say what you thought about it.
Tiger's album was pretty decent, but there's not a lot of depth to it,
Right.
which is really just a personal preference. You know, I prefer to hear some more personalized points of views and perspectives when you do your music. And he didn't do very much of that for the amount of music that I listened to from him. But the dude can rap.
Yeah.
Which I was saying before, like, I didn't realize how good he was with, you know, putting words together. Like, he's really, really a good rapper. He just makes commercial sounding music. Like, the whole album that I listened to, I think I listened to the whole thing. I may have not made it to the last couple of songs. I'm not sure. 'Cause I only listened once. But dude can rap.
Yeah.
But the album sounds like any one of those songs would fit, you know, standard radio airplay. And if that's what you like, that's cool. Go get Tiger's album.
Yeah.
But if you want depth,
Right.
or something, some kind of opinion or storyline or some shit,
Right.
that's not there.
So would you rate it?
7.
7?
Because I think it's good music. As far as like, I don't think none of it was Rack City.
Rack City, bitch. Rack City, bitch.
Which, from what I can tell now, was a very dumbed down Tiger.
Yeah. You gonna give him a 7? That's pretty high.
Well, like I said, the dude can really rap. Like, I was impressed.
That's what you gave Zero's last album.
Yeah, but Zero did the same shit. But I knew Zero could rap. He didn't give me more than I knew from him already.
Right.
He stayed in that same 20-year long line.
Yeah. Okay. And what's the name of the album? Bitch, what is it?
Yeah, I never would have even listened to that album.
Bitch, I'm the shit too.
If Humvee didn't mention it, I'd have skipped right over that and be like, nah, I ain't doing it. Because you named your album, Bitch, I'm the Shit.
2. He doubled down on
So
this.
it's 2 of them shits.
Yeah.
Bitch, I'm 2 shits.
I was offended when because I did pull the album up, but I just didn't get a chance to listen to it. The first song was like written, the title was in another language, and I was like, motherfucker, you don't even know another language.
Yeah, I saw that.
So
All
it was
that
like-
shit was like that. I was like,
Yeah,
what the
it was
fuck?
like,
What
yeah.
is the point?
There's no point.
Yeah,
It's Tiger.
I didn't get it.
Okay, but bitch, I'm the shit too. I don't like saying the name of that I don't like that.
Man, I don't
I
like.
don't mind cursing, but like that's like unnecessary.
Yeah, I don't like that as a title. Like, there's not an artistic point to these terms.
Right. Like I heard of a guy wrote a book. I listened to an interview on the Brilliant Idiots podcast, and a dude had a book called The Art of Not Giving a Fuck. But like it made sense in the context of what he was saying.
Right.
So just saying, bitch,
That's
I'm
fine.
the shit too. Like that's not. We're gonna call that bits. We're just gonna do the acronym thing on that one. So Tiger with bits too. Got a 7 from Il Rain. I listen to it and I won't give a full review. I'll just tell you what I rated the album on the next podcast, and from there we can go to Robert Rameek, wins and losses.
Oh man, I like a good portion of his album.
Right.
It does get a bit repetitive with what he does with his music, but he does give you him as far as like some personality, some backstory, some front story.
Right.
So I mean, if you can get past the delivery on, you know, some of the shit where it's just like he just running rambling a bunch of shit together and pausing and yelling.
Yeah.
If that doesn't bother you, because that's actually what makes him him.
Right.
You know, outside on being a decent rapper, a good rapper, is his delivery is unique.
Yeah. Is he a better rapper than Tiger is a rapper? Just rappers.
I wouldn't say that.
Yeah.
Technically speaking.
Right.
Tiger plays with those words.
Right. Okay. And what do you highlights, lowlights?
I couldn't tell you by name, but I can tell you after listening to maybe the first half of it, I could see, you know, there was some personal sounding songs in there, which is what I was cutting for, like separate yourself from the pack.
Right.
And then later towards the end, it started becoming the same old, you know, thug nigga trying to get at a female.
Right.
Thug nigga in the streets.
Right.
You know, that shit is, for me, like I always say, it's kind of played out after 20 plus years of gangster rap.
Right.
30 years of gangster rap, you know. You just got to do something a little different.
Seen it all, heard it all.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I still give him a 7.
7?
Yep.
Yeah. Wins and losses. It's a lot of music. 17 songs. It's a lot to digest. I'm not crazy about Meek Mill at all. Like I definitely wouldn't say I was a fan, but I'm not anti Meek Mill. I don't hate him, but like his voice is a lot to listen to.
Yeah, I can see that. Definitely. Definitely can see that.
Yeah, so for me, like his voice, it's I have to get past it. So I really gotta consciously listen to his album. I thought some of the highlights were I think it's called Heavy Heart. I think that song was decent. The Whatever You Need song with Chris Brown, Ty Dolla $ign, I thought that song was nice.
Oh yeah.
I think it's called 1942 Flows. I don't
know, because I didn't look at a lot of the titles. I only
Yeah.
looked at a couple of them while it was playing, and I just let it play.
Yeah. And it's like, it's cool. He has some slick lines on the song. What's that song he had with Lil Uzi? Fuck That Chick Up. He has some slick lines in there. So it's cool. I thought those were the songs. But it's very, what's the word? Like, a lot of what he does to me is like overkill.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay. And it's like I don't know, it's almost like he put his album together. He just like kind of selected songs. And, you know, because the arrangement and the composition of your album, like the fact that it has a flow to it matters.
Right.
It's like you may have already expressed this thought completely in another song, so it's like for you to go back to that, kind of like beat that dead horse, like, and that's a cliche that just whew, it's just a whole lot there. I'm not gonna even unpack that, but I mean, I thought it was decent. Like I said, man, Meek can rap, but his voice is overbearing to me, and there's so many songs. And I don't have a problem with a lot of songs if I can get a lot from the songs. That I didn't walk away with a lot from this. So I can't go higher than the 6. I can't go higher than the 6 for Rameek.
Oh shit.
Robert Rameek.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't contest anything you said.
Yeah, you being generous with them 7s. Have to bring you up for them 7s.
And I'm saying that because, okay, 5 is average, right?
Right.
6 would be slightly above average.
Right.
7 is in between average and great. Closer to the average side.
Yeah.
I can see why somebody would really like Meek Mill because of the personality that he put into it.
But is that what you thought when you heard it? You like, Is that where you find yourself?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Now, I wouldn't listen to it that much because I don't think I would want to hear the last half of the album and him screaming so much. But I'm not gonna, I will. I'm giving my opinion,
Right.
but I always lean towards the fact that he's popular for a reason, and if I can see that reason, you're above average.
Yeah, which is the 6.
Yeah,
Right. It's
and then
all
I
good.
give him the point for the personal qualities.
Right. That makes sense though.
Now,
Definitely.
Tiger got the 7 because I was impressed that he could rap that well.
Yeah. So is it because you came in with low expectations of him?
Probably.
Yeah. Which, I mean, it happens. That's what happened to me in the Lil Bibby album. I was like, oh, I thought this was going to be garbage.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh,
Yeah.
okay. There's something
You get a
here.
bonus point
Yeah.
for not being garbage.
Yeah.
Even though you look. Never mind. Never mind.
All right, so we got, what was the first album we reviewed?
Tiger.
Yeah, Old Tiger.
Tiger and Mickey.
And then now we'll go on to, let's do Frazier's album.
Frazier. Who the fuck is Frazier, dog?
Trade the Truth.
Why do you keep doing this?
Come on, Frazier.
Okay.
He's the third, so Trey.
Yeah. I get it.
Yeah, I'll go by Trey too if my name was Frazier Othel.
Golly.
Yeah.
Well. All right, Trey. I like Trey's album.
Okay.
I liked it more than I thought I would like it.
Okay.
What you got going on over there now? Like you waiting for something.
No, I'm just listening. That's it.
And one thing that you can expect out of Trey is that he's going to give you a little backstory on certain situations with certain people. Like,
Okay.
some specificity. Specificity.
Yeah, it is.
Which I really like. Now, I've heard some projects from Trey that I didn't like how he sounded. It sounded like he was trying to rap a certain way on purpose and it didn't fit. I didn't get that from this album. I think this album came across pretty well. He didn't have a lot of features, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, yeah, a lot of features.
Did he?
But they mostly on hooks.
Yeah, well, I'm
You
talking
mean
about like
verses?
verses.
Yeah, not a lot of verses.
So, because the hooks were great.
Yeah.
So, man, I hate to say this, dog, but I'm still gonna give him a 7, man.
And another one.
Another one.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna give him a 7, man. God,
Yeah.
that's 3 7s.
Yeah.
I don't even. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
I mean, but-
trips.
I mean, he still got he got the points for being better than what I expected,
Okay.
for telling some stories
Right.
and not sounding like. Man, I can't remember what album that was, but I think it was one he did with Zero, and it was like it sounded like he was trying to rap, if that makes any sense.
Uh-huh.
It
I can follow that.
It just wasn't as fluid. It was something sounded a little forced about it. So with this, I liked it. I thought it was cool. I didn't think it was overly how I said motherfucker. I don't think it was overly one of those.
Yeah. So here's where I find myself. I was listening to Meek's album, and Meek's voice is a lot. I said, so I went from Meek to listening to Trey. So to go from somebody hollering to somebody, like, I was like, at first it was almost soothing to not hear the hollering.
Yeah.
But like, if you think Meek is a lot, Trey's a lot too. Like if you're not,
Yeah.
if you're not a fan
Oh, shit.
of him, like to be introduced to it, it's like he not gonna change his voice. He not gonna change his tone. He gonna keep doing it over and over again. Like that.
I never thought about it that
Yeah,
way.
it's like it's a lot. It's
Yeah.
a lot to deal with, man. But like we grew up with, so it was introduced to us like properly, and for a new listener, it can be like it can take some getting
Yeah,
used to.
I can see some people as new listeners never knowing anything about them being like, what is this shit?
Yeah, it's like
At first listen.
yeah, it's like when you listen to Bone Thugs, Crazy Bone got the deeper voice, Busy Bone got the higher voice, right? Lazy Bone, Wishbone, all that. So there's all these different elements that's coming together. So it's like you're getting a lot of different levels, and it kind of evens itself out. If you go back to Gorilla Mob, you had WD, you had Trey, you had Rose. Like so, you got this melting pot. And who was the other guy? It's 4 people, right?
It started off as 4,
Right.
and one of them went to jail early, and that was it.
Yeah.
I can't think of what his name was. But yeah, I see what you're saying.
But like,
man.
okay, so, and I just did that because it's more local, and everybody would understand if you from Taz.
Yeah, Taz.
Yeah. But so
Did you look that up on your laptop?
I'm a MacBook. Of course I did. Man. had to pull that thing on the giggity. But so when you were introduced to it, that's why I said introduced properly. You got a lot of different levels and people rap in different ways. So it's like it's fine. Like he's the guy with the deeper voice or whatever. But I imagine that I would have never picked up a Wishbone album. Like I'm just like, nah, I'm good on Wish. I'm good on Wish. I'm straight.
I think Crazy was no. Yeah, I think Wish wasn't he the only one to put a solo album out?
I don't know
early
who
on?
didn't put one up.
They all did?
Flesh and Bone put out one. I don't think
Flesh,
Wish.
that's who I was trying to think of.
Yeah, I don't
'Cause
think
he
Wish
missed out on a lot of shit.
Yeah, I don't think Wish ever put out a solo.
That's who I meant. Flesh.
Yeah, Flesh and Bone, then Busy, then Crazy. Did Lazy ever do a solo? Yeah, he did. L Burner. Yeah, he did. And then they
But he
did
got a
some
funny
things.
sounding voice though.
He did. Yeah, it's real. It's not solid. It's real rickety sounding. Like what a gate would sound like if it's scooped. Hey man, but I like Lazy, but I'm just saying, man, that's how his voice sounds. So, but like again, like those are complex rhyme schemes that Trey does. Like you can't just do that. Like
Right.
even being a proficient rapper, you still can't just do that. That takes years of training and breath control, and like to even be able to do your syllables in that way, like that takes effort. Like, and we're gonna have a guest on the show, friend of mine, and he can do it. And actually, he's closely associated with the whole ABN and all of that stuff. Man, my boy Lil B the Grinder. We're gonna have him as a guest on the show, and again, that's something that to say is easy. Like I could write down the lyrics of a Trey song, and I can challenge somebody to do it, and you won't be able to do it. That's not easy. So he gets a lot of points, for that being something that's hard.
And in real words.
Yeah. he not busting rhymes in it. Get away. Like, no, it's not. You're not doing that. So, I mean, so let me see. I guess I'm let me get my ear ran on, man. I'm gonna give it a 7. Nah, but I okay. Let me tell you why I think it's a 7 though, and why I couldn't stop at a 6. Because again, it has replay value. Like it's something that I can actually go back to.
Right.
So to me, that counts a lot.
Right.
So if I never heard, like I would probably listen to the 4 songs off of Wins and Losses by Robert Rameek, and old Mickey Mouse. So that's about the most. But I actually be able to listen to more. Now again, he gave us a lot of music. I think it's 18 songs on this album. It's a lot.
Damn, I'm pretty sure I didn't get through all of those.
Yeah.
I had a lot going on. I wasn't able because most
Right.
of what I've been doing, I've been having my family around.
Right. And Jacob's Well and the blue. What's the blue thing called?
The Blue Hole.
The Blue Hole. Yeah. So it's hard to get.
I can't play Trey the Truth around impressionable minds.
Right. Yeah.
Which I only have one impressionable, and the rest of them already understand what it is.
Oh really? That's how you feel?
Yeah. The one who thinks he's a baby.
Hey man, we're not gonna have that discussion. We're not gonna do that. Because they have all the moms to call in and say, here's a baby.
No.
So,
no, we not creating mama's boys.
yeah. But, man, I liked it. So, 7. I mean, I can go back and listen to, but again, I have to be in a certain mindset. Let me say that too. So maybe I'm going to come off to 7. Maybe I'm going to stay at a 7. I was going to go back to a 6.5. But the reason why is there's just context for the people. I want the people to understand that it's almost like mood music. Like, you got to be in the mood to listen to Trey. It ain't something just like on any regular day you're going to go and pop in. So I'm going to go against what I just said. And I'm going to go back to a 6.5. 6.5.
You got to be in the mood to listen to Tiger.
Yeah.
You got to want to listen to club radio type shit.
Right. So I'm probably going to feel about that.
Does that count as a mood?
Yeah, you can just want to turn up. You can want, need that energy.
Yeah, okay.
You can be you preparing to go out, or you can working out or whatever. But yeah.
Okay, that's good. Whoa, shit, boy, this water, there, man.
See, in the last one, when I say his name, it's not gonna sound like I'm saying anything crazy. Let's listen. Let's go over Victor.
I know who Victor is.
Yeah,
Vic Mensa.
Yeah, Victor Quasi Mensa. I think it's Quasi.
What do you just like when you decide to listen to somebody? You research their background and look up their Wikipedia or something.
I just like knowing people's names. So I used to have this thing I would do on Facebook. I would say a quote, and then I would give the person's name. And then when they were hip hop lyrics, I would still give their given name because it's like people want to discredit it because they're a rapper. They would say, if I say Jadakiss, it's whatever. But if I say Jason Phillips, it's like there's some weight to it. So I started doing, so that's why I would know everybody's name. So if I would quote them, I would just put their name because if they didn't know it, they would actually listen to the quote and take it in.
Right.
But if I put Jadakiss in it, it's like, oh yeah, whatever. But if I put Jason,
rap guy,
it's like, oh man, who is this Jason guy? Like this guy, he said that. Like, okay.
Yeah.
So that's where it comes from. It was not me just out there being an asshole.
Not this time.
Want to be indifferent or what's the word? A contrarian. So
is that a word?
Yes.
Okay.
So yeah.
And there's Words with DJ on the Yeah I Said It show. 601-641-9474.
You saying 4 a lot.
I'm trying to get more Humvee-ish.
Yeah. I'm trying to get less Humvee-ish. Yeah. So Victor, what you got on Victor?
That was a really good album. What was it called? The Autobiography?
Autobiography, yeah.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Like he told a lot of stories. Like everything.
Yeah. He went through some
story.
Stuff. Yeah. Oh, and just for the record, the Trey's album is called The Truth Part 3, right?
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Victor got me saying it. Vic Mensa's album is written as a story.
Yeah, it is. Very much so.
And everything was very well put together.
Yep.
And that alone, he's definitely not getting a 7.
We going above?
We're going above.
We gonna stretch.
I'm gonna say 8.5.
8.5. Go ahead, Victor.
I'm gonna say 8.5 because I never got tired of listening to him.
Right.
Like I didn't have to say, okay, I'm gonna go back to this.
Yeah.
Not on purpose, maybe got to where I was going, but I was never like I'm gonna have to come back to this album. Like I was just listening to it.
Right.
Like I didn't want to talk to nobody. Well, I never do when I'm in the car. I never want to talk to nobody. I want to listen to whatever I'm listening to. But with most of the music that we review that stays in the 6 and 7 range, I could go without it. Like I could turn it off to go to something else. But with this Vic Mensa album, I didn't want to listen to something else. I wanted to hear what the next song was going to be about and listen to that all the way through, and then hear what the next song was going to be about and listen to that all the way through.
Right.
So I'm gonna go with an 8.5. I don't really have a reason why I'm not going higher. I think it's just because I don't remember a time, and like all these albums I've only listened to once. I may have chopped it up in a couple of different occasions, but I've never went back and listened to songs over again. So I'm gonna leave him at an 8.5 because I don't recall finding that song that made me feel a certain way, that made me want to write it.
You didn't feel that way at no point?
I don't recall that. I need to listen to it again, but I don't recall a song specifically.
Yeah.
That made me say, man, I wish I'd have wrote that.
Yeah.
Although there are some that I think on second listen, I would kind of probably lean that way.
Yeah.
Concept wise.
Autobiography as told by Vic Mensa. I'm a quote all time great in my eyes for sure. Mr. Clifford Harris, T.I. He said, autobiographical, absolutely classical. That's how I felt when I heard it. I was like, it's refreshing.
Very.
Like, he's a lyrics guy.
Yep.
He raps very well. It was put together. This is always my word. Cohesive.
Very.
And I was like, wow. I would venture to say this has to be the best debut album since Good Kid, Mad City, right?
I would go there.
Yeah. Like I was like, wow, this is... And what's cool about it, because he's a young guy. He's 24 years old. Like, so... And a lot of times what you hear from the people who try to justify the way other people rap is, oh, they're young.
Right.
Like, okay, well, they're in the same age group. Like, please don't try to feed me that bullshit.
Yeah.
Like, this guy...
But we seen him in interviews squash people trying to downplay newer, younger generation music.
Right.
But
I mean, so,
it only works because he doesn't make that same level of music. Like, he's above that. So, if anybody's going to be a spokesperson for him, it got to be Vic Mensa or K-Dot. That's kind of it.
Yeah. Because everybody else is actually older. Because J. Cole is like 30 plus, right?
Is he?
I think Jermaine's a little...
God.
Hey, man, at this point, now it's just fun.
I don't know.
Yeah, J. Cole is, what, 32?
Okay, well, he doesn't fit then.
Yeah.
You got to be under 24, 25.
Yeah. So, but is Kendrick under 25? Kendrick got to be like 28 years old.
Yeah, but he's 4 albums in.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, you mean from the introduction? Yeah, the genesis of it all. But yeah, so very impressive. I'm giving the whole 9, man. Like I was impressed. Like No ID did a lot of the production.
Did he?
Yeah, I think he did all with the exception of maybe 4. Pharrell got 2 cuts on there.
Yeah,
and No ID wasn't like. They do a lot of collaborations, which is cool, man. I think, and this is going to be a Words with DJ moment. When you can get multiple producers on a song and it doesn't sound like a cacophony, I think that's great. Hey, man, look, I'm sorry, man. Hey, I'm a words guy, man.
What type of shit are you reading when you come across words like that, man? Nobody talks like that.
Hey, man, I'm just, I'm all about words.
This old Don King ass shit, boy.
Yeah, so, but I think that's cool. Like, it takes a lot to do that, to be able to mesh with another producer. Because typically what happens is, have a lot of egos going on. A guy figure, I can do this better than you. So you get that whole machismo, macho bullshit going on. And the fact that they were able to work together and it sound like that. And by me saying this or not, some people haven't heard Vic Mensa, so that's a lot of praise, for him to live up to. But
hey.
I would doubt that anybody would leave listening to the album and saying, like, oh, you were tripping, that's only a 6. Like, if you say it's not a 9, you maybe go down to an 8.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't go lower than an 8. I'm saying 8.5. 'Cause I want to listen to it again so I can have more detailed criticism. I don't have not one bad thing to say about this album.
Yeah, the stories that he told though, the vantage point, like Homewrecker, like I was like, I like when stuff isn't just old and I can see it coming a mile away, and I like it when he puts it, when you put your stamp on hip hop, if you will, by making a certain type of a song or giving us a new way to look at it.
He did that.
Yeah, so I think that's definitely the album of the week. It'd be hard for that album.
And he got a decent singing voice.
Yeah, he does. He really. Now again, Reese, when you hear me talk about how Drake can't sing, listen to this guy, and you'll see what I'm saying. Was it Reese saying that, or was it Humvee? Or maybe it was both of them.
I think it was both.
Yeah. So yeah, he had and it sounds so natural. His voice is what Kanye wish his voice was.
Yeah.
Like it works. Now, does that mean he gonna go out there and do some ballads? Probably not. But I mean, it's real solid. Him and I didn't know that him and, I'm not gonna even say his name. I'm gonna say his Chance the Rapper. I didn't know that they had an issue at one point or whatever. But
I didn't know that either. But
yeah, I knew they came up together. I remember hearing about that.
Yeah. I'm trying to think if I ever heard anything about it, but they've always been under the radar as far as popular names. Like they never come up as like when you hear about rap beefs and you hear about
right
stuff going on, outside of the music. Like they're not those guys that come up with in those conversations.
Yeah,
but yeah.
What I want to do is I want to challenge the people who listen to us give reviews to give us your reviews. What we're gonna do is we're gonna put out a list on Facebook, and then across y'all different social media platforms. Let people know what albums we're gonna review. And then that way they can call in and they can leave their reviews on the voicemail, or they can send an email. So call in at 601-641-9474.
Can I say 4?
And leave your review on the album that we're gonna introduce to you via social media.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
Bet that up.
Yeah, man. So I know we got some good stuff coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it ain't just Tupac. But that's gonna wrap up the show for this week, man. We got one in. We had to squeeze some time in to come knock this out because it wasn't gonna happen otherwise.
Yeah.
So,
and it's a dry show.
It is.
I didn't hear the show. This show is covered by.
It's covered by some
Rising Star drinking purified water. Probably purified drinking water.
Yeah, it's not drinking purified water.
I make this shit sound like a sentence.
Yeah. So that's what we did.
Yeah.
I got that from a gas station in Austin, by the way.
Yeah. It was cold, so it was good.
Yeah.
You should try some Eternal water though.
Eternal water.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was going to think of a hell joke to go with that, but maybe not this show.
You have a hellacious time finding it.
Yeah, we wrapping this up, man. Shout out to Humvee. He couldn't make
man.
it. Hope his family's all right.
Yeah, man. Peace and blessings to the fam.
And as soon as we can, man, we gonna try to keep everything moving like it should have been moving from the jump, man.
Yeah.
Weekly, whatever, with all the good stuff, the cream filling. What the number? Oh, the phone number? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
God damn!
I'll give him the phone.
This is how the sausage is made.
Hear that? 601-641-9474. Yeah,
Send us an email.
It's starting to become more natural.
Yeah. Send us an email at yeahisaiditpod@gmail.com. That's yeahisaiditpod@gmail.com. And you know what I'm saying? You'll hear what we got to say coming back in response to what you said to us. We can keep this conversation going. Tell them how to reach on your socials.
Yeah, I was waiting for because it sounded like he was going somewhere with
Nah,
that.
I was
dog.
gonna
He
say
was
that. Like I was bopping.
you can find me on the Facebook
Shit.
as Ill Ran.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on the IG as Ill Ran.
Yeah.
And I'm on the Twitter
Because I be twittering.
as Ill underscore Ran underscore is underscore back. And DJ the DJ.
Don't find me, I'll find you. Oh yeah! Skirt.
You are listening to the Yeah, I Said It podcast. Have something you want to say? Drop us a line at 601-641-9474.